Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of W, also known as Two Worlds, a South Korean television series from 2016 that is a hybrid of thriller, drama, and romance elements. Now, I mentioned in my channel update video a little while back that I wanted to review a few K-dramas, which are television series from South Korea, and J-dramas, which are television series from Japan, during this upcoming year in 2017. And this is a recent one that I enjoyed quite a bit. It is 16 episodes long, with each episode being approximately 1 hour in length. So the plot goes something like this in W. A romance takes place between a man, played by Jong-suk Lee, who exists within a webtoon known as W, and a woman, played by Hyo-joo Han, who is in the real world, so to speak. Now, the woman's father is the webtoon artist who is making the protagonist's life a living hell. You know, he creates a murder of this guy's parents by the hands of an unknown killer, as well as a number of other things that makes this character's life very difficult. You know, part of the drama, so to speak. But as the comic book world comes to life and clashes with the real world, the people of both worlds are confronted with danger. So this is kind of an interesting premise that has been done, you know, in various forms before. You know, this K-drama has some vague similarities to films like The Matrix or Last Action Hero, but it carves out its own identity and develops in unpredictable ways. You know, in fact, it's virtually impossible to predict what's going to happen from one episode to the next. And one reason for this is that it gradually adds layers and develops a rule system, so to speak, of this particular comic book world and how that comic book world interacts with the real world. And that offers many intriguing turns of events and some wicked plot twists that I really enjoyed. The end of episode 1, for example, feels like a huge climactic event, and there are many such events that throw you for a loop because these are things that would probably happen at the end of a feature film with a similar premise. And this creates kind of a sense of excitement that is sustained for most of the episodes. And that excitement is earned through characters and script writing instead of like overblown cartoonish action scenes. So this really does focus a lot on like the character dynamics and the drama behind the thrills. Now, most fortunately, the story is presented organically and naturally, which is, you know, definitely an accomplishment considering the fantastical nature of the story itself. It does make an admirable attempt to sufficiently close any possible plot holes that it reasonably can, but it still feels a little bit contrived in spots. This is especially true during like the final few episodes, which, you know, have a slight sense of randomness to them. Prior to that, you know, everything seemed very neat and tidy in terms of following the rule system of the comic book world and the real world that's presented. But that seemed to kind of come loose a little bit down the stretch, and that would be probably my primary criticism of this series, is that it seemed like they didn't really know how to end it, you know what I mean? It felt a little bit anticlimactic as well. But personally, you know, I would have preferred a more traditional higher octane finale to kind of crescendo, but it doesn't really do that. But in any case, you know, all of the acting in this K-drama is very good. You know, I've covered Hyo-joo Han a handful of times already in my reviews of The Beauty Inside and Cold Eyes. The first South Korean movie I covered on this channel, I believe, was The Beauty Inside, and Hyo-joo Han stars in the first K-drama I'm reviewing as well, so that was kind of an interesting coincidence. But she expresses a very wide range of emotion in this movie, given the nuance and energetic performance that she's tasked with. I was less familiar with the lead actor, but he did a solid job here as well. A few other random compliments of W is that I really enjoyed the theme tune, which is quite catchy. There is also a splash of comic book imagery, you know, because they actually show some of the drawings. Because this, our protagonist's father, you know, the webtoon artist, has like a really cool high-end computer, and he has a pen and he draws right on the computer, and you get to see like the drawings that he does, and then it kind of transforms into the comic book world which is filmed like a regular movie. But I like kind of like that juxtaposition of like the comic book drawings and visuals with like the using real actors to express those images. So I like that quite a bit. And there is also one creepy special effect that's used during the later half of these episodes. There's a character's face. Something happens to their face, and it's like this weird... I don't even want to like give you the details, but it was pretty creepy. I liked it. So I definitely recommend W if the premise interests you. It has not been released on DVD in the United States, and even the more popular international sites like Yes Asia only have versions without English subtitles right now. I did see some listings on eBay, which may be good quality, but they also might be bootlegs, since they're, this isn't really available anywhere else right now. The best way to watch this one right now is streaming on Hulu if you have the means. Now, this was a big series, like a popular series that won awards and stuff last year, so I got a feeling it's definitely going to hit DVD probably in the next few months, but just a heads up on that. So, check this one out. And as always, I will see you next time.